Hi, how are you doing? My god, it's been a while. So, I don't even know really where to begin and what to call this and how to start the sort of process back for doing the vlogs. So, I'm just going to try starting and giving you an update as to what's happened and why it's been 6 months since the last vlog. Sounds like I'm going to confession. Why it's been so long since I last vlogged, what's kind of been happening in the meantime, and why I've come back. You'll probably remember, if you follow the channel, for all 53 of you that are subscribed, thank you. You'll probably remember that round about Christmas time I put up a vlog saying why I stopped vlogging and why I was going back to it. And at the time, I was going through a really tough time with the business. And actually, unfortunately, that business has since failed. And it was a really, really difficult thing to go through, both professionally, privately, personally. Every aspect of your life is affected when a business fails. And to continue to do a daily update on how great business was and why you should set up your own business while going through something like that just felt to me to be really disingenuous. And I wasn't really in the most motivating and inspiring place, unfortunately. That was around 4 months ago, and since then a lot has changed. I have got back in the saddle, as they say. I have set up another business. I am out in Dubai at the moment. I was previously operating out in Kuwait, which was when I first spoke to you last March. It's now August. I'm in Dubai. I've been here for the last few weeks, and I left Kuwait a few weeks ago. It was harder to pick up work there. It really wasn't that great for the type of business that I was trying to do, and everything quietens down in the Middle East over the summer. So I had the option to come to Dubai to investigate a couple of alternatives and look at doing business here, which is why I'm here. And at the moment I'm looking at a couple of initiatives that the government has in order to encourage entrepreneurship to the region, because my key focus is still to encourage other people to set up their own business. For me, it seems as if there's really no other option these days, you know. Yes, some people are better suited to being employees, but more often than not, they're now starting to be employees in smaller businesses, you know, in startups or in SMEs. So you still have to have that understanding and that awareness of where the small business culture comes from. And for entrepreneurs, you know, it no longer means you're setting up like a bricks and mortar business. It's no longer a case that entrepreneurs own factories or they own big offices or they have 25 staff, you know. There's some people that make a living out of making YouTube videos. There's some people that are just creators and make a living out of being artistic and working totally under their own merit and under their own steam, and that's absolutely fantastic. They're totally entrepreneurs. So we're completely redefining what the concept is. We're living in a completely new world where tech has absolutely 100% taken over and is only going to continue to do that for the next few years. And developments in things like AI and virtual reality and AR, you know, blockchain, cryptocurrency, all of these new things that are coming in are just going to change the way we do business. So in a way, I feel as if the last couple of months have been spent personally for me trying to recover from what was a really terrible setback and something that I didn't anticipate, something which affected me and the lives of a lot of other people. And as is always the case when something that you create fails, there is a certain element of guilt and of shame and of real, a real deep depression based on not having that thing work out the way that you expected it to. And likewise, you have to face a lot of realities as to, well, if I've been saying to people that entrepreneurship is the route to go down and this is actually what it looks like, should people still pursue that? Is it still worth it? And that's a question I've been asking myself a lot over the last few months. And it absolutely 100% is. Because although probably the worst thing to happen in entrepreneurship, you know, losing your business is the worst thing. That's it. That's the thing that you avoid. You try avoid going bankrupt. You try avoid losing people's money. That's of course what we try and avoid. That's entrepreneurship 101. Don't go out of business, right? But even with that happening, that's not the end. That's not the end of your journey. That's just where you learn more lessons from. And they're hard lessons, and they're probably not ones that you anticipated and not ones that you really particularly wanted, but they're definitely the lessons that you needed. And from that, you can choose to go back to your old life and kick yourself for trying, and just fall back in with the ways of doing things and remain miserable, or you can choose to pick yourself up, dust yourself down, have a real honest assessment of where you went wrong, which I think is the most important thing, which is the part of the process that I'm really going through just now. Really work out what you did wrong, and don't attribute it all to external factors, because there's always going to be external factors in life. We cannot control them. All you can do is control what you do and how you respond to things and how you act. So if you're going through a similar thing to me right now and your business has failed and you're attributing that to something other than yourself, then you really need to go back to the drawing board with that and work out what part you played in this and how you can learn from it, and that will set you on a much better learning path than trying to blame everybody else. So I'm in a new place. I'm in Dubai. I'm in a new place geographically. I'm in a new place mentally and emotionally. I have been bringing in a lot of good practices into my life in the last few months, which have made a massive difference to the way that I'm feeling. And as part of that, what I wanted to do was, in setting up this vlog, as I said at the start, I don't really know where this is going. Like all great conversations that I start, I have no clue what I'm going to say usually when I first open my mouth. I just want to break the silence, and I usually assume that what comes next will make sense. So I thought, let's just start, let's hit record, let's go for it, and let's see where we end up. But I have been working on some good, which will hopefully have come out of everything that I've been through in the last few months. And it's creating a sort of 6-month challenge, a 6-month roadmap, a 6-month real in-depth analysis of what it is that you're doing in your daily life and your daily practices that will hopefully take you to the next stage. Now, that's whatever you want it to be. If you have a goal to set up a business, then this is fantastic timing, because I'm literally setting up my business in real time along with this challenge. Likewise, if you just want to lose weight, or not just, oh my god, that's a huge goal. Likewise, if you want to lose weight, or you just want to change one thing in your life, or there's some financial goal, or you want to get out of debt, or you want to achieve something that you've never achieved before, or get to a really high stage in a new skill, whatever it is that you want to do, let's do it together. Let's do it month by month, week by week, day by day. Let's chart our progress. Let's make sure that we are doing it together, creating a support network for each other. We'll do it through social media, we'll do it through YouTube, daily vlogs. We'll set ourselves challenges and goals and tasks, and we'll really take this to the next level by combining our efforts rather than doing it alone. So my initial thought for this challenge obviously was to start it on the 1st of July, because that's a really good day to start a challenge, because it's halfway through the year. It works out perfectly with the 6 months at the end of the year, and I didn't do it because, like all great ideas that we have, the idea means nothing. It's actually the implementation and getting it through that means something, and when you don't do that, then it completely dies. So then I said, okay, I'll do it on the 1st of August, because that's another really good day to start one. And then you can just pretend that you were spending July planning for it, blah, blah, blah. Today's the 7th of August. The 7th of August is not a good day to start a challenge. It's not even a day. It doesn't have any significance. It's just a day. I mean, happy birthday if your birthday's today, sorry, but it is just a day. But it's as good a day as any, because there's no point in waiting for next week or next month or next new year, or waiting for Monday, or waiting for summer, or waiting for retirement. There's no point ever waiting for anything. So let's just start today. So today's vlog 1, and when I checked back at my channel, I think I had done 139 other videos, so I did really well with the daily vlogs for a while. But this is us back to daily uploading. I'm not entirely sure what the concept is going to be. I'm just looking at what the time is on this, and I'm at 9 minutes. I'm trying to keep them under 10. So I'm not entirely sure what the concept is going to be in terms of the setup of each individual vlog. But overall, over the course of the 6 months, what I want to do is bring in experts from these areas that we're looking at. And it's going to be areas of diet and fitness, entrepreneurship, finance, learning new things and how to apply sort of, strategies and how to really bring new skills and talents into your life. Networking, connecting with the right people, taking big risks, all of these different things, spirituality, emotional well-being, basic kind of skills for negotiation and being in meetings and these types of things. So we'll be looking at a whole range of skills and life choices and components which should help you make up the way you want your life to be. We'll say your dream life, right? But don't not subscribe to this notion because you think your dream life is so far off that you can't achieve it. What we want to do is give you the best version of what it is that you want right now. And there's a really kind of interesting Peter Thiel kind of goal setting exercise where he says, think about your goals that you want over 10 years and then work out why you can't achieve them in 6 months. Now the aim of that is not to make you achieve your 10-year goals in 6 months, because to be honest, for some reason, to some extent, our 10-year goals are 10-year goals for a reason, because we want to enjoy the journey and enjoy the process. It's more about changing your thinking, and instead of waiting 10 years for things that you can do now, make sure you do the things that you do now, and then reset your 10-year goals so that they're actually 10-year goals, not just 1-year goals that you can't be bothered starting yet. So that's what we're going to really be looking at. It's 6-month challenge, it's 6-month goals, but it's maybe goals that you've had for the last 10 years and never done anything about. And we'll look at each of the main areas individually, but if there's any particular part that you want us to focus on more, if there's anything you want to go over, if you know an expert in this field, please connect with me either on Instagram or on Twitter, and the details are down below in the bio. And I'm going to be doing some form of interactive, either a podcast or something on Twitch or something, I'm not sure what, but a weekly sort of roundup, bringing in a key expert and doing a sort of interview and kind of reaction and feedback with them every week. So likewise, any sort of ideas on the format of that and what you would like to see, then please just let me know. And I took some notes today to make sure that I didn't miss anything out. I'm just reading over them really quickly to check I'm done, but yeah, I think that's me. So welcome back. If you did subscribe over a year ago and you're not happy to have me on your subscription list, please click on subscribe, that's no problem at all. But likewise, if you're new to the channel or if you are a viewer from old and you're still sticking with me and you want to follow in this journey with me, then please keep subscribing. Please send me some details below of what your challenge is, or you can do it privately, and let's work together over the next 6 months, see how many businesses we can build, see how many lives we can change, see if we can get this shit back on track. Okay, have a great day. Good night.